Hello and welcome to Notebook 2022. I am Kimberly Hauser Taylor, and I use creative journaling to exercise my creativity. I always do a little centering exercise at first. This time I am starting with a Choward's Violet Mint. I have a secret stash of these. I keep them in a little box. Okay, and here we are with my notebook. Today, I am going to be doing two layouts. The first one is a layout I have created for wishes. This is my own personal little special wish list. The wishes, well, I'll show you later, but first let's get this all laid out. I think the exercise of making wishes is really powerful. Just put out there, yes, I would like these things. It's okay if they're impossible. You'd be amazed what energy can be pulled in. I chose these images. I believe they were both clipped from old Victoria magazines. I had a stash of those. Anytime I find an old magazine or flyer or pamphlet or catalog, I look through those and try to find images and stuff. It's a great way of reusing those and also of looking at things as what they can be instead of what they've been pre-presented to you as. And that's part of this exercise. We are taught to be by the book, get the answers right, study hard, learn the list, replicate the list. That's not creative work. Creative work is taking things and seeing them as something that they weren't. Sometimes it's cutting out something and stashing it, thinking, you know what, I might have purpose for this later. I don't know what it is, but like when I cut out that dandelion head, I didn't even know I was going to be doing anything like this particular spread. Need the same with that owl. I like owls. They represent wisdom to me. They're peaceful to me. Anyway, the owl came from an old date book. It had lovely imagery in it, and I have cut those things out and I have them in my images stash. Same with this little bit of watercolor paper that I had just used as a clean off my brush kind of little thing. I saved it because I thought it looked kind of nice. So it got used in this layout. wishes. What do you wish for? What does your heart desire? Spend time with yourself and tune into these things. Take a moment to recognize that they exist. The best kind of wishes are the ones that allow for room on how they're manifested, and yet, at the same time, sometimes being very specific can also help. So, I am collecting wishes in 2022. I'm actually collecting them, like I'm collecting the specimens on the previous pages. That one's a different exercise. Making note of what the exercise is, and I have an auxiliary little box that I have full of little glass jars. There we go, little jar. Let's put a wish in you. There we go. Yeah. I want to fill up all these little jars. Doing this journaling is me time for me. It's not pressured. It's not having to be a perfect thing. Rather, it's an expression of a moment, of putting things together. Playing. It's a kind of play. That's why I love to accompany these videos with me just fooling around on an instrument. This is just me improvising on my 23, my Line and Healing 23 pedal harp. Just whatever came out of me in that day. I don't intentionally I intentionally make them not too complicated because I don't want them to be the main focus of what's happening here. This is going to be a layout for my month of February. For me, February and March, and honestly a lot of April, have been very challenging months. I found myself getting very busy in February. And in my day life as being a professional harpist, I found myself doing a lot of symphonic work, as well as other creative projects, which were, some of them were quite remarkable. There was a new work that had been written that I had a group that was putting together, and that was lovely in concept, but actually ended up having a lot of coordination issues. So it was kind of a stressful time. And that was woven in with working with 3 different symphony orchestras. And yet, there's a certain amazingness to that world, being on stage, performing, great literature. I even had an opportunity to perform some of my own works on a program dedicated to just women composers. So, I mean, there's been, again, February was a very busy month. Cold and rainy like it likes to be here in the Pacific Northwest. Did a lot of driving. I also did a lot of questioning. Is this really where I want my life to go? Is this bringing me fulfillment? It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to visit that. I started asking myself, is this kind of work something I'm doing out of guilt and obligation? Or is it what I truly enjoy? Music is a very personal pursuit. I think anything creative is very personal. You're sharing a part of yourself when you do these things. I even, excuse me, my voice. Why, even when I'm doing these videos and I put them out there, there is a certain level of vulnerability is the word. The vulnerability of sharing something, part of myself. I think we forget, particularly when you're a gigging musician, you forget about how you're constantly going in that phase of that vulnerability. And sometimes it gets sidetracked. It gets pushed aside. Your humanness gets pushed aside, and you become this machine of getting the right note in the right place. And everything seems so important. This was my February. Everything just felt really important to get it done. So leaving notes about my February here in these pages. I plan on keeping up with my months this year. I know this is now almost May and this is my February page, but I am free right now of gigs and stuff, so I'm going to be able to catch up in my notebook. You can always catch up. Those are my next pages, ready to go. Back, wishes, specimens. That collection continues, so does that one. Books, January, the setup, and there we have it. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye-bye.